Hello, everyone. It's that time of the evening again. I'm here with Ricky. We are covering the Handsome Runners versus Al-Andalus. And of course, there is always the video to start with. And there we go. So yeah, we've had a quick look at these teams already, haven't we? So we can kind of talk a little bit about them. Issues that we flagged up where this is concerned. Why is my bitrate so bad? That's not good. It doesn't seem to be causing me a problem, but oh well. I'll keep an eye on it. Yeah, so we looked at these teams a little bit, didn't we? Should probably state at the top of this that we are in fact biased and that we are on Team Kopcos for this one.
Yeah, we've recapped him for the past season, so we're
Hmm.
rooting for our Necro guy with the two agility wolves.
Indeed. But yeah, so Al-Andalus is quite blodge heavy. The Wolves being kind of the key players for our friend Kopkos and the Handsome Runners. Should be an interesting game. There's a lack of tackle on both sides really, so dodge could be all the difference on this one.
Yeah, they'll both be targeting those tackle players, and if we're moved, then it's going to be very hard to take down those dodge players.
Hmm. Yeah, for sure. For some reason, my stream is claiming that you're Tech 19. You aren't. I did update that, so I don't know what's going on there. So I guess we're just going to have to live with it a little bit,
Oh
unfortunately.
no, I can see on your stream it says, but on your stream it says Ricky.
Oh, very strange. It's saying it on my stream summary, so maybe it's just having a bit of a funny turn. Oh, very strange. It's saying, yeah. So I'll pop up the teams quickly. If you could just keep an eye on and make sure that we know when the game is going in. I'll pop the teams on
Yes.
the screen so we can take a quick look at them. Sorry, I'm just going to jiggle about a little bit. There we go. You do get the recursive view there for a second. So yeah, we've seen a lot of Kopkos' Handsome Runners. They are a nice Necro team sitting at 1830, although that is with 100k extra in the bank. So I'd assume that'll get bled off in some fashion before this game.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, we're looking at Wilbur Walsh and Matt Kirby as being pretty key players here. I know that the API hasn't updated in a while. Hello, Keir Stammer. Nice to see you, mate. Yeah, so I know that the API hasn't updated in a little while. Did Matt Kirby level from them? No, it was a buy, wasn't it?
Mm,
I'm
Um,
not sure he got any
I
levels out of it. I can't remember
wasn't
what
a bit
happened
sure.
after the API. Because the
I
API has
don't
been
think he
down.
leveled.
Yeah, we'll see when we get into game, I guess. Um, but yeah, so you've got Agent Steenberg, the very good Flash Golem. You've got Wilbur Walsh and Matt Kirby, both with the Agi ups. Um, Bit of mighty blow on one of the whites, but no tackle, unfortunately. Ghoul, Blodge, and Guard, which is pretty nice. And of course, the fat zombie, the beefy zombie. Salvatore Borgiesi as well, dirty player and guard. Um, I don't know how I feel about dirty player guard combos. I know that you're kind of stuck with it if you roll the double afterwards, but it's like, do you really want to be fouling with a piece that's got guard? Um,
Yeah, it's a hard choice, but whenever you can get guard, you just take it.
oh yeah, absolutely. Um, And I guess, given the amount of guard that he's got in comparison to his opponent, Kokos should be fine with losing Salvatore if he needs to get that good foul in. Three players from teams that he's already beaten or played against at least this season. So we have Aladdin Sane from Bowie's Boyos, we have two Dreadnought from the TX Clan Barbarians, and we have Quacks, which is a great name, from Ploppins from Funhouse, who are also in Challengers Cup and won their game earlier.
And unfortunately, your player has already died once again and is no
Bob Sapp
longer
died
on this
twice.
team.
Yeah. which is pretty much what you would expect to see.
From an elf alignment,
Even
yeah.
Deadwood elves are very fragile. Al-Andalus, how long have they been around? They're a Div 4 team, so around about the same amount of time. Pretty good record.
That strength of player is so nice.
Yeah, very nice player, got the strength up. Nymphenian Madirina, who is already level 4 with the strength up, Blodge Step, which is a great piece. You've got the single tackler on a Blodger here. Averroes may well prove to be a early target for kopcos. And then Ibn Jaldum and Ibn Dawood. So how many Blodgers have we got? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we've got a couple of Rogers as well. So yeah, very dodge heavy as you would expect from an elf team. Might be a little difficult for the undead to deal with. As we've already mentioned, we are going to be slightly biased on this one, though we wish no ill will upon Tristan. I'm just going to go Tristan because I'm not going to try and do the rest of that name.
Above all, we hope it's going to be a good match.
Actually, I think
There's
it may be
lots of excitement.
Tristanetyseut, maybe? So Tristane. We'll go with
Tristane.
Tristane. Yeah.
That's easiest.
Tristane, I think, is the way to go with that one. How are we looking for the game? Let's just scoot back while you look at
I have. It just appeared.
Just appeared. So let's
just appeared.
Those out, and then let's get into the action.
I think both teams will kick first.
Yeah. Yeah, I think both teams will probably want to kick first here. Looks like the High Elves will be receiving the ball.
And we got a wizard for the Elves.
Completely and utterly unsurprised by that.
Yes.
No bench for the High Elves, which is a bit weird, but at this sort of TV, most elf coaches are lucky if they're fielding a full team. I don't think I did it at all this season. so yeah. AV8 on most players on the High Elf team, obviously making a little bit of a difference in that regard. They are slightly more survivable, but only as survivable as a zombie until they get some skills. So yeah, I think we'll see a pretty standard chevron setup or a semi-chevron setup. You may keep the walls in the middle. It looks more likely to be chevrons, yeah. Anchoring the chevrons with the flash golems, which is an interesting choice. But you do have that mini flashy in the middle there with the strength up zombie. So it's a beefy team. It is a beefy team.
All that guard makes him quite beefy.
Yeah. And obviously the High Elves completely lacking in guard are going to struggle against that much guard if the undead can cage up. Kind of lacking in what I would call a really, really good sacking piece, although Maimonides the catcher with Rog and Leap is pretty good as a last-ditch red die sacker if you need him to be.
Yep.
It's going to be interesting to see whether the Elves go for a quick score here. They may see that that's their best chance for victory, to score quick and then try and steal the ball off of the return drive before removals kind of take a toll on them, as they are players down in comparison to the opponents and somewhat less survivable if those Blodge fails them. What do you reckon? Do you reckon he'll go for a quick one?
I think he'll stall it out for a little bit and then go for the score, because it's not easy to just score on this Necro team with this defensive setup, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. All that guard and then the stand firms and strength ups and everything, it makes it very difficult to break through.
I do find it surprising that the really good wolf is open for a hit here.
Mm-hmm.
So if I were the High Elves, I would just immediately blitz that piece, but we'll see what he finds important.
Yeah, I think that is the obvious target for the blitz. If you can get rid of Wilbur Walsh, then that's a huge blow to kopcos. And of course, as we know, Necro teams having the Necromancer. Necromancers work less than 50% of the time when you want them to. So, they'll save zombies all day, every day, but everyone else can get in the bin, apparently.
Yep. It's always so hard to go on the side when they're stand firm, strength 4, just standing there.
Mm-hmm.
If you blitz them and you don't get the power, you're just so sad.
Yeah. Yeah. And kind of the fatal undoing of the High Elf team in the game that I cast yesterday was giving away far too many hits. And I think doing that against this Necro team is a big recipe for disaster, because with all that strength on the pitch, it shouldn't be, and all that guard, it shouldn't be too difficult to manufacture 3-die hits on those elves. And it could get very messy very quickly.
And Claw is a good skill.
Mm-hmm. Claw is a very good skill. Quick snap. Gets a player under the ball. I'm not sure that there's a great deal more utility to that right here, but
Yeah,
I
not
decided
really.
to use it to try and overspill a little bit, but I'm not so sure about that one. I mean, the catcher being on the far side here is a little iffy to me as well. Yeah, looks like we are going to go for the wall.
Makes sense. The best piece on the whole pitch by far.
By some considerable margin.
I would love to have that piece in my team.
I think I can't think of anyone who wouldn't. It's just a great player. Wilbur Walsh with his blodge step, agi up, tackle nonsense. Catches the ball like it's not even an issue, because of course he does. He is an elf. Who is not on my team. My elves have problems with that. Swings about. No armor break. Already
Not blocking.
game last night.
Not blocking diagonally.
No.
So, and because it's only pushes, already the block against the wolf is not gonna happen.
Yep. Yeah, it was a little unfortunate there. Although that being said, there is a blitz on the wolf with Nymphenian Magarina, the strength up player, especially with his knockdown now. So he can just run in and shoot either wolf from here. Oh, that is an injury to Salvatore Borgesi. That was the dirty player that we were talking about. He has regened though, as I said, zombies regen. It's just a thing that happens. He will be back.
Put a player up in this drive is really nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably taking the hit against the wolf even without tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if I would get my fishing rod out this soon, because then he sidesteps onto you. That's a tough choice.
May just stand everyone off and let the dead come to him. Let the horde waddle forward slowly.
And he is giving a scoring threat. I like it.
Yep. Something for them to deal with immediately.
I always hated when elves do this, because you have to deal with it, but you don't want to invest too many of your players. So it's always a hard choice.
Yeah, because it leaves you too open to just getting overrun.
So we'll see how kopcos deals with this.
Mm-hmm. I'm curious about what's happening with this blitz now. I think it may be on the wall.
Oh, and he splits the team. Also very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like the play from the High Elves.
Yeah, it's looking good so far. Can't see any flaws in their decision making as yet.
And he's posturing like he's gonna score quickly, but I think he's gonna stall it out for a long time.
I think you might be right.
But we'll see.
We are gonna hit the wall. No, we're not. We're gonna hit white.
Mighty blow hit.
Just a push though.
Removal there would have also been huge.
Mm-hmm. We are going to spill over as well with the strength up player. Yeah, there's
What would,
a lot of threats to commit to here.
what would you blitz if you were a Necro? It's a
Um,
tough choice.
it is a tough choice. I think the Roger is kind of a bit of a red herring here because I don't think he's going to score in 2 turns. So I would probably blitz the tackler, Avaros.
Yeah, you
Because
get guard somewhere. Yeah, it's,
yeah, I would step Enzo Fiamonte in and then blitz with Wilbur Walsh into the tackler because you can always
I,
run Wilbur Walsh back then and then bring out
yeah.
the white and the flesh golem a bit so that they're actually in the game. Flesh golem's being out this wide, while it does close those off, it does mean that they can't really affect anything happening in the middle.
Yeah, I like it. Blitz important piece, and then his base. If the High Elves want to score in 2 turns, they're gonna do it anyway, no matter what you do.
Yeah, yeah, and I think the opportunity to remove the single tackle piece on the high elf team is possibly too good to pass up. Um, which is why I think it might have behooved the elves to get rid of Wilbur Walsh as quickly as possible. Um,
Yeah, definitely. But I guess if he blitzed the wolf, then he couldn't have gone through the middle as easy.
yeah, true.
If there's no knockdown, he can sidestep to the left.
Yep, which does put a very furry spanner in the works, really.
So the High Elf team is not greedy like we are, but is playing to increase his scoring chances.
Yeah, and I think kopcos has probably got another objective in this drive, which is to try and force Tristane to use the wizard in order to score. So if we can get
Oh,
rid
that
of
would
the
be
wizard.
brilliant.
Hmm?
That would be brilliant.
Yeah, it's the thing. If you reckon they're going to score against you anyway, because they are high elves and that's what they do, get them to burn the wizard doing it, and you are a happy chappy. Yeah, so I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, who is the target here?
Yeah, I think tackle is probably the best choice. And no, he's
Nope,
going for.
he's taking the bait.
Well, I don't hate it.
I don't hate it either. Gets his man.
Leap is such a good skill in combination with the wizard and for
Yeah, it really is.
desperation sack attempts.
Doesn't break armor. But we do have a wolfy safety now.
Only is safe there, far away from the tackle.
Yep.
And I don't think kopcos will foul in the beginning of this half, but near the end of this half, he will definitely start fouling.
Yeah, I think that's the likely outcome, especially with the dirty player off the field for this drive now. I think he's more likely to wait until he's got at least 1 or 2 removals and then start fouling.
Or the classic when the elves are through your lines and there's nothing you can do except just try to hurt as many players.
Yeah, hurt as many players as you can to try and force them to put the ball over the into the end zone and give you enough turns to score back. It's a classic tactic. I've used it many a time with my orcs. When someone gets through your lines and you're an orc coach, you just start desperately fouling everything because there's no way that you can catch up to them.
Sometimes it's the only tactic available. Yeah, that's how you do it.
Yep. If in doubt, just stamp on their necks. All right.
So kopcos is trying really hard to stop the score. And I think I would have based a bit harder.
Yeah, I think I would have been more aggressive on the basing. That said, I do like this tactic of just putting lots of bodies on these players. Admittedly, it's pretty easy for Maimonides the Catcher to get away from here, but if he does get away from here, he's going to have to go towards the end zone, really. Otherwise, he's just kind of running back and not really producing anything with no scoring threats up here either, and then it becomes just a case of kopcos eating things with his zombie horde. Just a push on
There's
cats.
a relatively easy score here if you just runs the down player to the end zone.
Which could be kopcos' thinking and kind of loading everything onto the other side players, force him to score in a couple of turns and then have the rest of the drive to equalise in.
The good old 2-1 grind. We all love it.
Okay, so the zombie quacks does in fact go down now. It is just a stun though.
Yeah, he's definitely not scoring this turn.
Yep, I would agree. He's perhaps wisely going to try and stall it out a little bit. It's going to be difficult to extricate. Oh, Double Skulls comes out. First one of the game. It's going to be quite difficult to extricate some of these players from where they are though, so it's going to have to be a little creative here, I think.
It's always scary, those 1-9 blocks.
Yep.
I hate them myself as well. And now he has to get his players out of harm's way without the reroll.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go for the blitz here. I'm not sure I like that. I think there was a better option for him here. But he has effectively cut pitch in half. Up to about the 14-yard line.
And this allows him to get all of his players out. Oh, it's a movement 5-piece.
Oh yeah, it is a movement 5-piece. I didn't even spot that.
Oh no, REBBL doesn't say it.
Yeah, I think that must be because the API is down. Maybe he took a dent in his last game. I don't see any other skills kicking about that we didn't notice before, so that might be the only surprise.
Of course, movement down on a kick piece is perfectly fine. Ah, he's going aggressive.
Yeah, going aggressive. Just going to take the hits, I guess. I think in part because he probably wants to extricate the strength for Blitzer, the strength for Blodstepper, because if that Blodstepper doesn't move this turn, then it's getting wolfed right in the face. Although I'd still be tempted to go for the tackler, to be honest.
Yes, what I don't like as much about this is now all the players are bunched up and a guard can just
this is
target
something like that.
So many players.
Something like that happening means that this is now giving away lots and lots of free hits, which is exactly what I was talking about at the beginning of the game.
Yep.
It's not ideal, is how I would put it, I think.
If you go out with an all-out slug with Necro, you will usually lose.
Yeah, absolutely. Unless you're, chaos and covered in claws.
Yep.
Getting into a bash war with a Necro team is a really terrible idea, especially if you're a High Elf team with no Mighty Blow. Because your players might as well be slower Wood Elves where claws are concerned. We are going to just roll back a little bit, but it is just a push. So guard is still in play there. I really don't like that. There is so many High Elves in such a small space.
Yep, and then one guard zombie just applying guard on 5 players.
Yeah.
The dream zombie. And whenever you get a free Mighty Blow hit on Armor 7, you're just so happy as a bash coach.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like there's a couple of really, really juicy targets here. You can even start, getting clever with it and sort of orchestrating push plays to get even more hits in here.
Yes. Target rich environment.
Immediate double powers with Mighty Blow on the strength 4.
I never would have made that block myself, but it worked out.
Yeah, worked out just fine. It's a bad idea until it works, as I always say.
I expected him to hit the armor 7. No, armor 8, sorry, the defenseless dude.
No armor break and nothing really you can foul him with. Because of the donked dirty player zombie. I mean, you don't really want to be fouling with that strength up. I would consider blitzing with the strength up zombie into the catcher so that you can push the other catcher onto your wolf and therefore not use the blitz on him.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, I like it.
Is not doing that though, sadly, because I do like a good push play. But you can kind of push some players about here a little bit. I'm just going to push them into danger.
Yeah, that's a benefit of having lots of blodge. You can base and get hit a bit, and you probably won't get knocked down usually.
Probably not.
But now all the players are so bunched up, and it's going to be hard to dodge them out now.
Yeah, it definitely is, especially if this kind of right-hand side gets tied up a little. And eventually those powers are going to go through and they are going to break armor.
Just got to put your golems in the middle of everything. And be very happy.
Yep. Okay, we are going to plug him in there, so we may be going for a kind of... Yeah, here we go. We are just going to bounce him off of the golem.
Yep. I like it.
I like it a lot. No armor break though.
Mighty Blow is such a good skill.
It really is, yeah. Unfortunately for kopcos, he has rolled stat ups on both of these walls now, so can't really go, oh, I'll just cycle him out. Yeah, the hope is that you roll a double straight away and therefore can take Mighty Blow, and then you're golden. But if you get an Agi up, and I think his previous Uber Wolf had got an Agi up as a first skill as well, so yeah, it becomes a little bit, well, I've got to take the Agi up really, haven't I? And then just accept that I may not get Mighty Blow on them.
The kopcos factory only makes my agility of wolves.
Yeah, they're very fleet wolves, they just don't hit very hard. I think
it's still crazy that one wolf and REBBL rolled Mighty Blow and then Juggernauts and then piling on.
Yeah, that was disgusting. I think I'd like to see the Flesh Golem tighten this up a little bit. He's not going to do that. He's going to just get on tackle just to cause some problems there. That makes sense. It's just that this is an easy step out dodge for the elves now, whereas
I think the other wolf will.
Yeah, he's going to use the other.
No,
he's not. So, yeah, this is an easy step out for these elves.
Yeah, this is very easy 2+.
Yeah.
I would like to make it a lot harder because now he can once again do high elf stuff and not bash stuff.
Yeah, and that wolf being where he is now as well, they can literally step out and then take one quite easy dodge to get through to the end zone. So yeah, again, this could be part of his strategy though, giving him the opportunity to score really early and therefore getting the return quickly. Tristane is going to have a bit of a think here though, because he does have a bunch of players who are in harm's way.
Yeah, part of me thinks he's just going to score now because he tried it a bit, but he doesn't really like his position now, I think. But maybe he does. We'll see what he does there.
Okay, so we are going to hit 2 Dreadnought. Who goes down, but no armor break. I think we've had like 1 KO. No, one. Yeah, it was one
Specialty.
hit on Salvatore Borghese, which was regened. And I think other than that, I haven't seen any armor breaks.
Nope. AV8 is pretty nice.
Yep, they are just pillow fisting of each other a little bit here.
And the problem is, like, even if you remove like 2 zombies, he has a bench of 2.
Yeah.
So you really want to hit those key pieces of Necro.
Yeah, those positions need to get blitzed really. Because it is really only a matter of time until kopcos' hits do something more than knocking them down.
Or that's what we hope. In any case.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. There's a stun.
Hey, the first stun.
Enzo Piemonte is indeed stunned. In a stunning turn of events.
When I played Necro, I took the same skin as he did.
Yeah, the polka dots one. It seems to be a very popular choice.
But now I don't. Yeah, because it's so popular, I don't like it anymore.
I have a bit of a thing for going with purple kits or hot pink because a
Yeah,
lot
hot pink.
a lot of people avoid the hot pink, and then there's the other people who just don't give a crap and are like, yeah, I'm gonna go hot pink. You know,
my Chorf team was pink.
My orc team were purple, so yeah, purple is kind of my go-to.
Nice. It's just fun to like make a murder team and then just put them in pink or purple.
Yeah, the extremely efficient and very good pro elf team from last night actually were wearing the prison uniform outfit with the Red Cross team logo, which looked really bizarre. They looked like they were wearing like medical pajamas or something. It's not what I'd call a great look. It's certainly a distinctive one. To be fair, they were called the medical movers, so it may well be that they were supposed to look like first responders or something like that. But yeah, it was certainly a stylistic choice.
Yeah, it's always fun when they make like a full theme with their kit and their name.
Mm-hmm. I am certainly looking forward to the level of customization coming in Blood Bowl 3, so I can make hideous, eye-watering teams. Because who wants to play in like sensible, like drab, normal colours? No, I'll go like lime green and like toxic purple every time. I should probably talk more about what's going on rather than my sense of aesthetics.
I think a mix of both is perfect, and I think he's untangled the web really well here.
Yeah, he really has. He's done a really good job of extricating the players. A little bit of luck with the dodges, all working fine, but that's what happens when you're playing against a team with no tackle, really. Unless you're me.
Unless you're all those pesky snakes.
Pesky snakes. But yeah, so pretty much no free hits on the table here.
Yeah, that's what you want. Perfect.
I think there's an argument to be made that you would bring in Bastiana Coimbra. I was going to suggest blitzing off the floor into Averos, but I think maybe the strength up is going to be the target here. Or Maimonides, the catcher, may well get hit again by that wolf.
Yeah, the Russell lead catcher.
He's a very good piece.
It's just so refreshing when a piece is not there, then your offense is just so much relaxed.
Yeah. Just needs to roll an edgy up on his next level, that catcher, and he becomes an uber sacker already. Give him tackle as well, and you're laughing.
And a strip ball.
Strip ball, yeah. I do love a bit of strip ball.
There's no sure hands on this team. Strip ball would have been deadly.
Mm-hmm. We say it quite often. It's a very underrated skill. It's won me more games than I'd care to count.
Yeah, it's such a hit or miss because if they have sure hands, then it's useless. But if they don't, it's such an amazing skill.
Yeah.
So it's always worth a 20k investment. I expect many strip ball skinks in Blood Bowl 2020.
I would expect so. I think that's going to be a very, very common thing to see. Yeah, so if you're kopcos here, I think, again, you're just going to try and mob as many of his players as possible to either force him to score as quickly as possible or hope that he rolls some bad dice and gives you a load of free hits next turn.
Maybe threaten the ball with one of your agility wolves.
Yeah, I mean, you could run one of the wolves through quite easily here into the backfield and just kind of lurk menacingly.
Yeah, because it's not easy to protect against him because he's agility 4. He can just dodge everywhere. And you don't want to put too many players near the ball to defend him because then your other players are missing. So it's always good to defend the ball with like one player.
Yeah. Yeah, so maybe we will see Matt Kirby run round in order to threaten the ball. I suspect Kopcos is not going to do that, though, just from knowing Kopcos, having talked about his games and things. I think he's probably going to play this half a little bit more cautiously, rather than kind of go for broke plays. But we'll see. He could well surprise me.
We will see indeed. He will definitely base a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think my target would be is not happening now, but could still happen actually with Bastiana Coimbra. It's just there's no assist here really, so it wouldn't be a great hit to take. I would have gone for Avaros because I would want that tackler off the pitch because that's the biggest threat to Wilbur Walsh. It looks like we're going to go for the strength up player though, which is fine. It's a great target. Yep, we are going to wolf hit him.
2 assists.
Mm-hmm. Safety white doing the safety dance.
It is a 2D and a 1D.
No,
he
we're
blitzed
not
somewhere
going
else.
to actually blitz the other side. We are just going to hold them all up there. No armor break. Not getting those dice yet.
So I do like his defensive play, but maybe he's playing a bit too much into the game plan of the High Elves here.
Yeah. I don't think has Kopcos actually broken armor at all yet.
I don't think so.
No. That's what, 3 turns? That's got to be a little bit disheartening. This could be the Arden buff Hooves tactic though, of just waiting until the second half and then deleting the opponent's team.
Charging, very nice. I like it.
Love it. We did kind of expect to see that.
Ball is based.
Mm-hmm. GG's.
Yeah.
The only issue with it is there is a heck of a lot of players who can intervene at the moment, but it does pull them back.
Yeah, basing a ball doesn't do that much. It just makes it easier to blitz him.
Gets a push on the zombie.
But I expect him to dodge away from the wolf.
Yeah, I would have thought so. I think it will be the dodge there.
So this is very nice because now the ILs have to answer back what to do about this wolf.
Yep. We are going to take a hit on the strength of zombie, I think. I mean, he's not... Is he blitzing the zombie? It's not a favourable hit for him, I don't think.
Can he score in this turn? Yes, very easily.
Yep, he is blitzing the zombie. Gets the power. But no armor break. Does free up his tackler.
My knowledge of agility teams isn't that high. I kind of thought he would score here, but I don't think he is.
He's going for a pass. He's going to give it to the catcher on the left-hand side, so I think he is going for a score.
He is going for a score.
Yeah, he's going to run around the side now. Yep, here he goes. And it's in.
Nice. I like it. Nice. So he stole for a bit, which is nice. Make it harder for the opponent to score, and you have enough turns to steal the ball and score yourself.
Those wolves are very, very hard to stop.
Yeah, true.
Kopcos does have 5 turns to do it in, which is very, very doable.
Yeah, it's very doable. But if the wolves go away too much from the team, then they will be surrounded.
Yeah, absolutely. Not being able to remove that tackler and that drive as well means that the tackle player is there and available to sack the ball off of Wilbur Walsh. If he can get his feet to him, the power of foot is a mighty power indeed.
It's always scary, but it's most scary in playoff games. Whenever you receive the ball, you're just praying that there won't be a blitz.
Yeah, or yeah, And I mean, we have seen a lot of blitzes with
Yeah.
this season.
A blitz against High Elf with a wizard is just a nightmare.
Yeah. It is basically just an invitation for them to get the ball. Very narrow setup as well, which means that a blitz could be really disastrous. Bit risky,
Yep.
given that there's a kicker on the field. So I think he's going to change things around a little bit here.
Yeah, he has to protect a little bit against the blitz, even though
Yeah.
it's basically impossible.
Oh, we're putting the wolves. We're putting the wolf on the front line. Interesting.
You know, 5 turns to score should be more than plenty.
Yeah, for sure.
But if he doesn't get any removals, then it could be hard.
Yeah, indeed. If he doesn't get any removals on this drive, then he is going to struggle, I think, in the second half.
And both teams perform a 1 turn? I think they can, right?
Sidestep wolf, I think, can, yeah.
Yep.
Needs 2 pushes, I think, so...
For the High Elves, it's a bit harder, but it's also
3
very
pushes.
possible.
Needs 3 pushes. Because it's movement 8, isn't it? So movement 10, effectively, for the 1 turn attempt. So yeah, would need 3 pushes. But yeah, it's totally doable.
Yeah, I like this setup.
Mm-hmm. Just in case. I don't want to give him too much on the wall.
Protecting with guard. I always like the setup a bit too greedy for the setup.
Mm-hmm.
But I am a very greedy player.
I think there's definitely a time for greed.
Yeah, this is not the time for greed.
Oh, it's a quick snap.
Does it give him extra blocks? Not really.
Mm-hmm. The quick snap does help here. Because he has kind of loaded that left-hand side. And this means he can kind of readdress and bring things a little bit back more towards the centre. In case he wants to switch sides, essentially. It's a nice deep kick. I think I would have been tempted were the High Elves to try and kick shallow.
Yeah, me too. And just immediately use a wizard if the setup by Necro is
Yeah,
not that
I mean,
great.
if you were to kick shallow to this side where the zombies are and then nuke one of the zombies with the wizard on your turn, you could probably get a decent hit on the ball carrier, because where the setup was, it would have been difficult for him to pick up and have enough movement to put it back into the centre. That said, you could make an argument that he might have picked up with the Agi up wolf and then passed it to the ghoul and then run it into the centre, but even so, it still would have been vulnerable.
Yes. And making those 1 and 9 handoffs is also scary as hell.
Yeah. Especially against a team like High Elves. Steps the wolf through. I mean, it is a freebie, isn't it? So it's 1 square further forward. A fairly favourable bounce.
Ball is just out of range. Very nice.
Yep. Okay, so let's see if we can see kopcos get some removals this time around. Or even some armor breaks. Nope, not that time.
Nope.
And just a push there, which makes things more difficult for the wolf. Oh, actually, he's got grab.
Oh, yes, grab.
Yeah. Grab, good skill.
It is a good skill.
Another underrated skill.
I'm actually looking forward to playing the Black Orcs with like grab on every player.
Yeah, it's going to be a really interesting experience. I managed to kind of mess around with them a little bit in the very broken beta, and they did seem like a lot of fun. The goblins have got thick skull as well, which is entertaining. No armor break there either.
But this is that big one with claw.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
nope.
Just mighty pushes. I mean, I might have been tempted to reroll that because of just out of sheer frustration, but I'm glad he didn't.
Yeah, with the ball on the floor.
Yeah, I don't think you want to do that.
Yeah.
There is a mighty blow hit to go in though, so that might well be the blitz target here.
Is there a defensive player somewhere? The thrower maybe?
Yeah.
Blitz him.
Yeah, could blitz the thrower, could blitz the wrestler that you've just failed to knock down a few times. I think the thrower is the better choice there. It's a pity you can't really get through to the kicker without... oh no, hang on, I suppose he could use Carlo Reali the zombie to blitz the kicker. It's not a terrible option. I think the issue there is that you are uncovering the sideline a little bit too much.
And you really want to blitz with mighty blow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Such a shame that White doesn't have tackle yet. Would be a game changer.
Mm-hmm.
Now all the catchers are not really viable targets.
Yep.
But he goes for it anyway.
Go for him anyway and fails. Dodge is a good skill.
He used the fishing rod once again, fishing for those plows, but doesn't get it.
No bite. Obviously using the wrong kind of bait.
Yes.
Needs to put like I'm trying to think of something really douchey, like one of those vapes that looks like a pipe, or a bike with only one gear to attract the douche elements.
What sort of thing do High Elves like? No idea.
I'm just thinking of hipster things because I just assume all High Elves are hipsters. Like a flat cap or like moustache wax.
I agree that High Elves are probably hipsters.
Yeah, he says when he has a tub of moustache wax in his mouth. So it's self-deprecating humour. I can take the piss out of hipsters because I am a little bit of one.
I think everyone is a little bit of hipster. I fully expect Necro to just go balls deep in the half of Necro here.
Yeah, I think that the High Elves may well just spill through as much as they possibly can and just cause as many problems for them as they possibly can here.
Yeah, exactly. They blitz here, and it is a knockdown, so they can just run on through.
No armor break.
Split the team in half, and see what kopcos will do about it. The first 1 or 2 turns are always the hardest against elf teams.
Yep.
Once you get your whole team together, it's much more doable.
I think the danger here is that because he can't actually get anyone onto a position where they can threaten that ball, it's not that difficult for kopcos to run it up and then pass it to the other wolf. So he has to make sure that he's covering that other wolf enough that the other wolf can't just run through. And at the moment, it's a couple of hits, and that's it. We are going to take a hit over on Salvatore Borghese again, who survives this time, doesn't get dropped and have to regen.
I didn't expect that block. I thought it would just dodge players out and
yeah, I thought so too.
Get in the second half.
I mean, maybe he's getting a little bit of a false sense of security because kopcos' armor dice have been so terrible so far. But yeah, it's not... Again, it's kind of giving up free hits a little bit. Because all Salvatore Borgesi has to do is get up, and then you've got a 2-die on Abderrahman, the catcher there. And yeah, these players in the middle here are going to be fairly easy to get rid of, and then you can run the wolf through, as well as one of the fleshies and one of the whites. Okay, that makes life a little bit more difficult.
Yeah. Team is now split in half, sort of.
Okay, dodges out.
And we're gonna base all the good players of Necro.
Yeah, double base the white. They
Oh, I
dodge the
expected.
first one.
Do you reroll? I don't think you
I
reroll
don't
this.
think he rerolled.
He
I'm gonna reroll.
does reroll it. Interesting. Oh, you guys were a block there. What?
Yeah. Doesn't get him.
I did not expect that.
I didn't expect that, and I don't like it either. You've given him a really easy path through.
Yeah, you wanna make it as hard for him to get his team together and protect the ball and move forwards.
Yep.
And those 4 players all next to each other don't really do that much.
Nope. So yeah, I think what kopcos does here is knocks Maimonides, the catcher, out of the way. And then he
you probably maybe even blitz him with the wolf.
I don't think you blitz him with the wolf. I think you run Matt Kirby up and pass to the other wolf.
So you somehow get an assist.
You can get an assist
there.
You can get an assist from the flash golem here. Or you can dodge out Johnny Firpo the ghoul and get an assist that way.
It's a 1 in 9 now.
Indeed.
Yeah, I do like the basing by the High Elves, but a little bit less blocking and more spacing out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's might have been just a little bit overeager there, which is understandable.
Yeah, every removal is so incredibly useful.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it is understandable. Yeah, I like that he takes time to think here. This is one of those very important turns. If you fuck up here, you just lose the game immediately.
Yeah, absolutely.
One wizard and a 2+ later, and
it's 2-0, and then you're probably done for. kopcos does need to do something with this turn though to get that ball up into the middle of the pitch, because otherwise he is going to get wizarded. So he really needs to think about his turn ordering here and not take any unnecessary risks before moving that ball up.
Yep.
Because
this is exactly what the High Elves want.
Yep.
Using that wizard.
Alright, we're going to use the flash golem as the assist, which doesn't get him but does shove him back. It does give him a clear path through if he does want to pass to Wilbur Walsh.
Dodge is a good skill.
Maybe he's not going to pass to Wilbur Walsh because he hasn't moved the white out of the way. But I suppose he can pass over the top of him.
Yeah, true. He should have followed if he wanted to get there without dodges. Okay. He's gonna blitz the sidestepper.
And doesn't get him because, again, dodge is a good skill. Sidestep doesn't.
Oh, he has grab.
Oh, of course he's got grab. He can cancel it out.
I was very confused there for a second, but nice play.
Yeah, the joys of grab. That's twice before he's got grab.
Yeah, very nice.
That does
canceling that sidestep.
And make a pass if he wants to go slightly potato here.
So where I don't think he's gonna potato, but there aren't really that many other options.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if he's going to potato to the right-hand side away from the tackler.
Yep.
Which means that really he needs to be dangerously close to the sidelines. He can bring Carlo Reali in over the top to make some make life a bit more difficult for Rashid and Malik to get there and provide an assist. So it could end up just being a one-die wrestle sack attempt, especially if he can get a hit in on one of these High Elves with Belsathian, Mali, and Yatinu, which would be the last thing that you'd want to do on this turn, because it's not going to be the greatest of hits possible ever. But it could work.
Tough turn. We're down in the final 30 seconds of this turn.
Looks like he's going to take another hit with the strength up boy instead. A bit odd.
That doesn't do that much here.
No, and he really does need to move that wolf away from his own touchline, because otherwise that wolf is getting wizarded, and then it's some pretty trivial dodges. He's going to bring the wolf back. Okay.
Oh, so no potato.
No potato.
So where's the ball gonna go? I'm really confused.
I think he's going to put the ball in the middle somewhere.
Yeah, if this is... Yeah, maybe you're gonna put the ball where the side stepper is right now.
Yeah. Side stepper, though, has not had his armor broken, which again is part of the course here, which does make that a little bit less of an option. I'm not going to stick it in the middle behind white.
And then he's gonna dodge a pool.
I would have thought so.
And then the ball is somewhat safe. It's quite safe.
Oh, dodge does its thing.
Very important dodge.
that was literally right at the last second. I will be back in just a second. I'm just going to go and grab another drink.
This. So will we see the wizard this turn? He can fireball 5 players, but I don't like it. And he is gonna go for it. Big moment. Ooh, 1 removal, very big. What more? What more? Are you guys seeing the skip or seeing everything? You guys don't see it yet, but you're gonna be it's big. Oh my god. The Fireball of Destiny. There we see the injury on the Agility Wolf, the ball carrier. What an amazing fireball. Holy moly. And that is why Wizard is worth 150k inducement. 1 KO, 1 injury,
what a brutal
and
fireball.
1 stun.
What an absolutely brutal fireball.
Yep.
Yeah, that is... admittedly, the one thing that it didn't do, though, was knock Wilbur Walsh down permanently. So that's a good thing. But yeah, injury on the wolf, that's pretty bad. Just a badly hurt? Yeah, just a badly hurt.
Yeah, that was a hard... There was no good place for the ball there.
Yeah. I think my plan of bringing the strength up zombie around the top and then trying to potato might have been the better option. But even then, he would have just got wizarded.
Yep. And now all standing in the way between 2-0 is this 1 flesh golem.
Yep. But if there's a plane you don't want standing anyway, it's a flesh golem.
Yep. We'll see if Wrestle can bring him down.
Mm-hmm.
And he has another block. Yeah, it works.
Wrestle brings him down, so we are probably going to see just a run through now, and then that's probably, if we're honest, GG's.
I'm probably ahead of you now.
Yeah.
I will pause for a second. Let me know when he picks up the ball.
Mm-hmm. He's picked the ball up.
Yes. And a signal 2+ for 2-0.
Yeah.
Ooh, he makes it. Can you even stall?
I don't think he needs to.
Yeah, he doesn't need to.
All right, so Well, the white got back up. That's something. Can field a full team.
But nicely done by the High Elves. It's the first 2 turns of the offense is the hardest. The Necro couldn't find a good place for the ball.
Yep.
And the Wizard was absolutely devastating.
Yeah, really devastating. I mean, I'm not a fan of fireballs in general because they can be so swingy, but that was a pretty damn good one. If you are out and about in Blood Bowl world watching this, do say hi in the chat. If you want us to focus on anything in particular, do let us know. But yeah, it's not looking so great for kopcos at this point in time. Tristane has played this pretty damn well, and it's been very lucky with kopcos' absolutely terrible rolls to break armor.
But then again, he's only hit with claw.
Yeah.
A couple times.
Yeah, and a couple of mighty blow hits on blodge that just didn't do anything because blodge is a good skill combination. It's 2 skills. Blodge is a good skill. It's not a skill. It's 2.
So I think we've arrived at the time where you just start fouling and hope that you remove many players.
Yeah, I think we are probably at that point. My take on this is that the reason that kopcos isn't winning is because he doesn't have violently clashing acid green and toxic purple kit.
It's definitely possible for him to score here, though. He has 3 turns.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, 3 turns. He's got that lovely wolf there who he can score with relative ease. The wizard is gone now, so he doesn't need to worry about that.
Exactly.
There is a possibility there could be, a riot as well. So there's plenty of things that can happen here that can completely change the complexion of this game. It's a high kick. That's actually pretty good. I think you're moving the ghoul and handing off here because you don't really have the turns to get the wolf all the way up.
Yep. You need every little bit of movement.
Ghoul fails the catch. That was a very interesting failed catch. He just appeared to drop it between his legs and then it bounced over his head.
And you have 3 rerolls for 3 turns, so it's time to do something spicy.
Yeah, just play a little bit more aggressively in terms of trying to get to that end zone. Because if he can score in these 3 turns, then he'll go into the second half and it'll be his drive. So could bring it back to 2-2.
Overtime could be very likely.
Yep. No obvious one-turner for the High Elves either.
Yeah, with 2 stand firm, it's not going to be easy. Block is a good skill.
Yep, just a stun though. Trying to play not fouling. I think I'd want to see him... Sorry?
I think you foul anyway this turn.
Yeah, I definitely think you foul this turn. I think you bring the ghoul up and then blitz with the wolf.
Oh yeah.
Because there's a couple of relatively juicy targets. You could, in theory, surf Nympheni and Medarina with a little bit of luck here as well. Unfortunately, the guard is all kind of on the other side of the pitch, so it looks like he's going to go to the left-hand side and avoid the strength up entirely. That is going to be a dodge. Lodge proved worth it again.
Good skill. Yeah, I think I would have liked the blitz with the wolf more, like you said.
Yeah. But this does mean he can kind of side cage a little bit up on this side. And he doesn't have to worry about the strength up for another turn, at least, really.
But his slow zombies are far away from the action if he goes to the left side.
Mm-hmm. Whose drive is it? Saddam, it started as High Elf drive. they managed to score and then wizarded the ball. As you can tell from the big fireball circle, it was a pretty epic fireball to get it off of kopcos on his return and score again. So the runners have got 3 turns to get a score here, or it's probably GG's.
Yep. It was a really nice fireball. It hit 5 people and knocked down 3, 1 KO and 1 gas, and 1 stun.
We are going to fail a GFI.
Whoa!
Oh, it's a snake.
I like that he went for it, because you have to try something.
Yeah, and at
he
least
had
the
the 3
scatter
rerolls.
there was a little bit kind to him. Saddam says it's the worst scatter. I don't know. I think a worse scatter actually would have been bottom right, because then it's a really trivial just run through to pick it up.
I mean, you wanted the best scatter would be on next to one of the players, but
yeah, I think the best scatter would have been top left, so that it was behind the 2 guard. But yeah, if it had been here, then that would have been absolutely awful.
He actually managed to defend this line pretty well. It's not easy to get through
especially
here.
Especially with the stand firm there as well. So yeah, the flash columns are just going to eat those hits for a bit. So the High Elves are going to have to take some crazy dodges to get through, I think. Oh, no,
or a 1D.
Do a 1D, yeah. Just casually
Proper
1D.
1D.
Casual 1D, and he's through. And then pick up with the Roger. I think we better believe that wolf is going to hit that Roger this turn.
Yep.
I would have been tempted to punt it, because if you punt it, you probably won the game. Punt it bottom left corner. If you punt it there, you probably won the game regardless of what happens.
Yeah, you cannot get the ball. Yeah. Because he needs to make a scoring threat next turn, kopcos. Can Tristane score next turn? Yes, he can.
Yeah, I think the player that he has to get forward this turn is Bastiana Coimbra. That's going to be a scoring threat, the white on the left-hand side. And then it's going to be a case of just trying very, very hard to get that ball. Fortunately, he does have that Agi-up wolf with the tackle poised.
You have to blitz the ball.
Yeah.
So you dodge out with the white, make a scoring threat. Maybe also with the other white, make a scoring threat.
Yeah, I think that's a plausible outcome. You're going to provide the assist with the guard zombie here, Salvatore Borgesi, for the hit on the ball. And then recover with the ghoul if it scatters favourably.
Or with the wolf.
Yeah, I mean, if the wolves are doing the blitzing, you can recover as well, but it's going to be dicey, I think.
Yep.
Saving graces, there aren't going to be any more elves coming through without a bunch of dodges. Which is totally plausible. I could see it happening, but yeah, he's going to fail it.
His last reroll.
Doesn't snake it though. We'll lose him to the wolf. That's still a pretty trivial walkout for the wolf.
Yep, casual 2+.
Yeah.
Agility 4 is really good.
And
I missed my Agility 4 skink.
I assume he died.
Yes.
That is the way of the skink.
Killed by Dark Elves. There's literally only one thing for kopcos to do here.
Yeah. Move the zombie in. Click wolf. Click ball carrier. I'd probably stand the zombie on the left-hand side up first. Click back a square. Click ball carrier.
Yep. I would have moved the zombie on the... Oh, what is happening here? Ah, okay. I like this.
Yeah, I like
this
that lot, actually. Oh, that's the worst.
No, that works.
Yeah,
that works. Here's Russell.
That does work.
The only problem is if the wolf had to make the block, then he couldn't do the recovery.
Yeah, so wolf can recover now, and then run off up the field with it, I guess. And then you try and get the white free.
Or do you hand off to the white? No, you don't have it now.
I don't think you hand off to the white with the white base like that. You take the hit, bring the zombie up to make life a little bit harder. He's got to do something about getting a scoring threat here, though. So that white is going to have to take a dodge, I think.
Yeah, because the wolf can get in scoring range, I think. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the wolf can get in scoring range, but it's 4 GFIs.
Yeah. So you need to maximize your chances of that.
And then the tackle blitzer is right there.
Yeah. So I think I'd like to see the flash column move into the left.
I don't know what the turn order is. Do you dodge the white first or go for the wolf first?
I think you go for the pickup first, because if the pickup fails, then you're screwed. If the white dodges fails, you're screwed. But if you can pick up with the wolf and then fail the dodge with the white, then you can still score with the 4 GFIs. Yeah, so
he makes it
back in.
but now he cannot score on the wolf anymore.
True. So yeah, he's going to have to give it to the white.
Yeah, he has to make a dodge with the white. You probably just run the wolf forward in potato. Very nice.
Yeah, so I think you bring this flash column over to close off the channel there, and then maybe pick the ghoul up and run him up, so you can take a hit with the white, so you can dodge the white off without losing the basing on Ibn Dawood the Thrower. But it's going to be rolling a lot of dice, I think. Got to stop that white off. Oh.
Ooh, what a 9.
Oh,
Makes it.
Nearly. Does make it a bit safer.
Yeah, it's well protected from the tackle now. The classic guard cage.
Yep. Oh, fails it. Does have a reroll for it though.
Nice.
Nice. Nice.
But now it's a very simple plan of blitz the single scoring threat.
Yep.
And they cannot score.
I mean, he doesn't really have any other options here though.
Yeah, exactly.
So you've got to potato that white and just pray that the dice are kind to him. Admittedly here, the elves don't have any rerolls. And even if this is a wrestle down, then he can, I believe, still score?
Yep. So you're just hoping for a dub skull or a 1 and 9? Yeah.
Oh, it's a double pow. Of course it is.
Double pow. Yeah, now it'd be really hard. Still possible.
Yeah, it's still possible. Just highly unlikely. Does have a reroll for it though.
No one is in range to. Oh, the ghoul can blitz. And the flash column can provide an assist.
Yep.
But I expect the High Elves to make this a lot harder.
Yep. There's 3 High Elves there, just sitting there waiting to make this much more difficult. Oh no, we're going to Bull Skull! Oh, it's a KO as well. Of course, the first removal for the High Elves is their own fault. Joys of Blood Bowl, everyone. Yeah, so we are going to see some crazy attempt to score here, I think, just to keep Colquest in the game.
You probably blitz with the white and then dodge.
Yep.
And you have to make a pass with the werewolf, so it is possible.
Yeah, I think you bring up the ghoul for the assist. and then make the blitz with the white on Momo the thrower, dodge off into the end zone, and then make the pass.
So it's
going to be slightly tricky.
1D.
Yeah, it's going to be slightly tricky because that is a player with catch. No, it's not. Sorry, that's throw, not catch. So forget that. I was going to say it would make the intercept more likely, but.
So it's a 3+, 3+, 2+, 2+, and then the pass. So it's actually quite doable.
Yeah, totally doable. With a reroll as well. So.
And the 2+. One is just a single 2+ for the goal.
Mm-hmm.
But I like that he's taking his time, making sure he doesn't miss anything.
Yeah, making sure that he gets everything in the right order and gets it all done in the right way. Maybe weighing up the possibility of taking a second No, actually you can't do that, can you? Can you? You can take a second GFI to get the ball, to get guard in on both players there.
Ah, true.
So that's
and then you can blitz on a 2D.
2+2+, and then it's a 2-die blitz, which I think is probably the better option.
Yeah, I think he's just opening up some my calculator here and calculating both lines.
Just looking at what the better odds are. So yeah, I think that's probably the play. Take the 2 GFIs and then get the 2-die blitz.
Yeah, I think so too. Because then you don't have to make that 3+.
Yeah, and have the risky 1-die.
Yep. And we will indeed see a yeet to the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think you take any blocks.
No, I think you just do these and you try for the score.
Yeah, you need a reroll for everything.
Absolutely, you can't afford to burn that reroll. He really does need to score to. I mean, it's totally possible he could score twice in the second half, but it seems somewhat unlikely given the lack of removals on the Elves.
Yeah, you need a blitz and some very bad dice for the High Elves.
Yeah.
You'd much rather just score here.
Mm-hmm.
Down to 1 minute.
Might be a pause.
Yeah, it could be.
Zombie gets up. Yeah, it was a pause. The counters we jumped back up to 4.
Ah, true.
Picking up his players just in case. Yeah. That's just kind of going through the motions there. They're not going to be doing anything this turn. Oh no, he is going to take the hit. Oh, he gets a power on the right hand side. Not sure whether I would have done that.
I can understand it because even if you score, even if you score here, it's still going to be hard to score on your own drive.
Mm-hmm. I think this is him debating whether or not to take the 2 GFIs with the ghoul.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the ghoul did just snake 2 of them. So,
that's true. That's true.
That does factor into your calculations. You start thinking, has Nuffle got it in for me when you've not removed anything and your ghoul has snaked the GFIs and that fireball was as lethal as it was.
Yep. Devastating fireball. Well, we see what?
Okay. We're just not bothering.
I think he missed the play.
Yeah.
Because that is pretty good odds for a score here.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Like he does have to make a bunch of GFIs, but it was very doable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it was 4 GFIs to get there, but it's 2+2+2+2+ on those, and he would have got 2+ a 2-die blitz out of it. So,
yeah, and then the wolf.
Maybe just missed the play, or maybe just decided it wasn't worth taking. But I mean, if you weren't going to take it, why would you blitz with the ghoul and rather than blitz? Yeah, more to get good throwing spot, maybe. Yeah.
Or maybe he's unaware it's turn 8.
Possibly, because I mean, if you were going to just sacrifice the half and not score, wouldn't you have blitzed with the wolf even though he's carrying the ball?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he may have thought he had another turn on this. He'd just be trying to get rid of the tackler. Fails.
But then you just reroll.
Yeah, doesn't reroll though.
Yeah, playoff nerves are a thing. I myself have have them all the time when I have playoff games.
Yeah.
And I make very big mistakes that I never make in my normal game. So it could be that that's the case.
Yeah, just lots and lots of stumbles and no pounds.
Yeah, the score here seemed hard, but it's very doable.
Yeah.
So he either missed it or thinks he has another turn.
I guess he
And then realized halfway.
Yeah, just realised halfway, like, damn. More stumbles. He's not taking the reroll there. Like, you've got one reroll left. What else are you going to use it for at this point? Is he going to try the crazy play here and just try and dodge the white through all the tackle zones?
Yeah, I think that's what's happening now. Yeah, but that's a lot harder.
Yeah, a hell of a lot harder. That was the second
Or
one.
maybe he did everything, put everything in his samba, and this way is easier, but I don't think so. So no, 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus?
5 plus 4 plus 3 plus, yeah.
That must be harder than a bunch of 2 plus. Well.
Yeah, really unfortunate. I will be back in just a second again. I need to use the facilities this time.
Yes. So we're on to the second drive, looking very good for the High Elves. The only removal of the edgy wolf on kopcos by the fireball. And I expect kopcos to just try to score as quickly as possible, because that's the only way you're gonna have a chance to make it to overtime. So maybe 3-0 or 4-0 could be more likely than overtime, but that's the only thing he can do here. Try to score as quickly as possible and hope that no one gives you that one. Just set up very aggressively, maybe move your zombies on one side and go all in on scoring as quickly as possible.
Yeah, he absolutely has to score quickly here, really, doesn't he?
Yep. And what we've seen in our games is that kopcos really goes for it.
Yep, he does indeed.
So I expect him to give it all his best here to score quickly.
I mean, he's covering the front of the... He's covering pretty much all his bases here to prevent a blitz from happening. I think we're probably going up past the flash golems here, but I'm not sure. Might try and overspill with at least one of the whites here. So hit with Antonio Coimbra and hope for the knockdown. Oh, we are going to stack the left hand side.
Yeah, I like stacking more. You just forget about the blitz. If there's a blitz, you're not going to score.
Yeah.
So just go all in.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I think at this point you can't really be bothered about the blitz, because if the blitz happens, you probably just lost the game. It's as simple as that.
Yep.
It's a pitch invasion.
Pitch invasion.
Oh no! That's heartbreaking. That's probably GG's.
He does have the fan against him, but even then, that's a lot of players.
That's horrendous. That's got to be GG's.
5 out of 11. That's almost 50%.
Yeah, and nothing for the Elves. Kopcos. Kopcos.
Yeah, that's always sucks.
I'm really not going to miss the BS nonsense kickoff events
Yeah.
Blood Bowl 3.
There's nothing you can do against it.
No, that's just complete randomness. There is absolutely nothing you can do about that. The best thing you can do here is hope to somehow pick the ball up and form a cage, and then just wait it out for another turn.
Yeah, just keep the ball out of range for the elf players for one turn.
Yeah.
Next turn you get your players back. Yikes. Poor kopcos indeed.
Oh, we do get a pow on the sidestepper, who
Let's
has been
go.
cancelled out by grab, so could in theory serve him just for spite. No armor break. I've said that so many times this game. There's no way of making this ball safe. Like, there just isn't.
Nope, just keeping it out of range.
Yeah.
It's also my tactic against many sec-heavy teams.
Yeah.
And try to make some magic work next turn.
Yeah, just hope that the dice actually like you for once.
Yeah, this looks very, very grim.
And he spelled the pickup.
No, I think you. No, you don't have to reroll. Actually, you can reroll next turn.
Yeah, reroll next turn.
Because you're not moving the ball much further than it anyway.
Nope.
Because you don't want to be based.
There's elves who can base the ball with 2 GFIs, but there's no elves who can actually get to the ball.
I would base the ball as high elves. So I think you had to reroll that.
Yeah.
I think you had to reroll.
Yeah, I think I would base the ball as well.
But your thinking is heavily compromised after 9 turns of this game.
Yeah, I would think so. And also, I'm biased as well because I have a sure feet wood elf catcher. So basing the ball there is just like not even a decision I really need to think about all that much. I'd be basing the ball there and then tagging that wolf up with as much as I possibly can, try and stop it from dodging out.
Yep. Just move all your players in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Looking very grim.
Looks like that's what he's going for. So yeah, basically Roger maybe, and then bring the other catcher in to bracket the wolf. He's actually going to bring the lineman in to sit on top of the wolf. But yeah, this has been grim for kopcos. It really has. This is one of those games where he's going to look at it and he's going to go, I probably haven't learned anything from this, except that this game is bullshit and I hate it.
I think that the High Elves game plan was really solid.
Yeah, really, really solid, and they've got the luck. And when you've got a really solid game plan that you execute well and you get the luck on top of it, as an elf team, it's really, really difficult to stop you.
Yeah. The lack of removals, but yeah, the main reason for the lack of removals is just the lack of good kill skills on this Necro team.
Yeah, just lacking the Mighty Blade tackle combo to deal with all that blodge. I mean, there's been so many 2-dies thrown against blodge that have just resulted in nothing. kopcos has rolled very few pows and a lot of stumbles. Okay, that's the ball based. That's going to be the ball double based.
Based for a second time.
Fails the GFI.
A reroll in overtime format. Yeah, but of course you reroll.
Yeah.
Of course you reroll.
Reroll there. There we go. No, it's not going to bracket.
Triple base.
It's going to triple base the ball.
Triple base.
Yeah, if you're kopcos, I'm not really sure what you do here.
You scatter the ball.
I think
somehow.
You scatter the ball, yeah.
Hope for a miracle.
We are going to knock Salvatore Borgessi down. I'm not going to break armor though. Yeah, I think you just scatter the ball and hope for the best.
Mm-hmm. Not really anything else you can do.
Nope.
You dodge the wolf, scatter the ball on a 1D into a red D, on a 1D into 1D.
You can actually, with 1 GFI, bring the white in for an assist with guard.
Ah, true.
Now you
Not
can't.
anymore. Yeah, 3-0 is a lot more likely than 2-1.
Yeah, definitely.
But stranger things have happened in Blood Bowl.
Indeed.
Like an ogre tossing a goblin on itself or a snotling, what was it?
It is a Noblar, yeah.
Noblar, yeah.
Yeah, I'll always go back to that example because it's just one of the greatest things I've ever seen in Blood Bowl. It really is. Along with the time that in Imperium I had a tree man who caught and successfully threw back 3 bombs, 3 turns, like a bomb a turn, 3 turns in a row.
Oh, nice.
It was pretty epic. It's like, yep, my bomb. Lob it at your players. So that was pretty great.
I miss Imperium.
I miss Imperium too. Maybe
Some of the most fun.
In Blood Bowl 3 at some point, but I understand why it stopped.
Yeah, it was so much work.
Yeah.
If I were Silent, I would just make Imperium in Blood Bowl 3 and just steal everything from Resort.
Yeah, I mean it's an easy way to monetize things to a certain degree as well because you can charge real world money for the packs and therefore turn it into a microtransaction fest like FIFA Ultimate Player or something.
Yep.
I would keep it so that people can get packs in the same way that you would in Imperium, but yeah, you could quite easily do that and then turn it into some ridiculous cash cow, just bleed money out of people for cosmetics and stuff as well.
Yeah, I totally expect them to have purchasable cosmetics in Blood Bowl 3.
I guess we'll see. I think the thing is that the player base is there and is dedicated enough that they're probably willing to spend the money on the cosmetics if it's something they really want. If it's like, you can get a special helmet for your Black Orc goblins, or you can get Chaos Warrior heads that match the god that you're going for with your Chaos team or whatever. I think people will probably spend a couple of pounds or a couple of dollars on that.
Yeah, definitely. And if they're well made, then it's just also worth the money.
Yeah. Or even if it's just dumb stuff like cheerleaders.
Ooh, yeah,
spend a couple of dollars and you get like a fancy cheerleader for your team. I'm probably going to do that, because I've put enough hours into this game, and if BB3 releases and it's in a playable state, I'm probably going to put enough hours into that as well.
It will be playable at some point.
We might have to wait till about 2025 for that, but
yep.
I don't know. I think the Herculean efforts of people like Trunk, the Shiny, to just break it in inventive ways has probably helped them out massively. So we are going to go for the scatter. We're going to go for the scatter here. But this is a weird scatter.
This is... Hey, you already moved the... So he's going to pick up with...
Oh!
What a start.
Oh,
yeah, we still get an opportunity.
Frenzy.
Let's hope for... No, let's go for another scatter. It's still possible. It's possible.
It is possible.
We can do this.
It's still good.
The ball's gonna go on the wolf. He's gonna catch it and then.
Magnet hands. Magnet hands onto the elf.
It's still possible.
No. Oh god. Kopcos. You need better dice. Did you borrow mine? What's going on? These are like my orc dice. This is just hideous. Like, Kopcos is just here like, what the hell am I supposed to do?
Yep. What can men do against such reckless blotch?
This is just pure LPS. All LPS all the time.
A solid elf game plan.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a 2 dice on the wall here, but it is a sidestepping bludger.
Yeah, wrestle.
Sidestepping bludger.
At this point, it's pretty impossible for kopcos to crawl back in this game.
Yeah.
And Tristan is looking which player he wants those SPP on.
Yeah.
I think he really wants to score or make a pass on the strength 4 blitzer. He's one away.
I would have thought so. No, just going to score. It's 3-0. That is definitely GG's.
It's still possible, but it's very unlikely.
It's been savage, hasn't it? I mean, maybe we can blame this on Caster's curse and take all responsibility from kopcos as well. Because we came in explicitly saying that we were supporting kopcos in this, and he's just been knuckled to hell and back. Yeah, Ravers, this looks bad for the Necro is kind of an understatement.
Yeah, this looks very bad.
It's just been appalling for them. They cannot break high elf armor to save their lives or their deaths, I suppose, because they're all dead already, except for the wolves. Ghouls? I think ghouls are technically alive as well. And yeah, the elves have just not struggled at all. Got a really, really awesome fireball. Not really failed anything. It's just been painful, really. And again, extra
invasion and an amazing pitch invasion.
That pitch invasion was just brutally unfair. That is something that can definitely go away and die in a fire for Blood Bowl 3. Because there's nothing you can do about it at all. Okay, so Wrestle fires off straight away on the line hits. I think kopcos is probably just looking at this like, no, I'm just going to try and get some SPP.
Yep. And if somehow every block is removable, he still has a chance.
Yep.
But it hasn't started yet.
Nope.
I've been able to do one insane comeback in my Blood Bowl history. I was 3-0 down in the first half and then 1-4-3 in the second half.
Amazing.
Just by removing all Skaven on the pitch, basically.
Yeah, I should have guessed it was against the Skaven team, to be honest. Skaven around the world, I guess, would be the other option there for that one. Or Ogres, maybe? I suppose you could probably pull that off against Ogres if you can get rid of all the Noblars.
Yeah, and then they just all boneheaded
and then they just all
from then on.
Yeah.
I've had a
couple of insane comebacks in my career, but yeah, it was... They were statistically incredibly improbable, and with kopcos's block dice, it's just horrible. You're a bash team who just has completely failed at bashing every turn.
It doesn't really have the weapons to deal with a team like this.
Yeah, just a complete lack of tackle has completely undone him here, I think. But then I think there's been some questionable choices, like blitzing with the white rather than with the wolf a couple of times.
Yeah, exactly. He tried the power fishing tactic.
Yeah. I think losing the other wolf to the fireball kind of threw him for 6 a little bit. Because he figures, probably quite rightly, that he has to score on Wilbur Walsh. And as a consequence hasn't been using Wilbur Walsh as a weapon. Just a nice bit of alliteration there. Wilbur Walsh as a weapon. Lots of W's. But yeah, I mean, at this point, you're doing your vanity passing. There's not a great deal you can do here.
I expect the High Elves to do some vanity passing.
Yeah.
Because getting tackle on that strength 4 guy is huge.
Mm-hmm. That turns into an absolute monster once he gets into the level.
Yep.
I mean, just think, there's a realm of possibility where he rolls an Agi up as well.
Oh.
And then you have an Agi up, lodge stepping, strength up, blitzer, and that is just deeply, deeply wrong.
In Div 1 there's a strength 5 Dark Elf blitzer with Mighty Blow.
Yeah, I've seen that. He's horrible. He's just wrong.
He single-handedly beat my team.
Yeah, he's on a par with the Mighty Blow piling on Wolf of Doom, you know.
Yep.
Or Ard's Uber Bull of Doom.
Oh, I'm so jealous of that bull.
That bull is just wrongness. There will be an action on Wednesday, I think. Tuesday? Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday, actually.
Tuesday, I think, yeah.
Yeah, so I will check the calendar to see whether I can swipe that game. I do know that I think I have, in fact, played REBBL's game against Elliot on Wednesday, so that should be good fun. I will see who I can rope in to co-commentate that one. It'll probably be Aldar, because Aldar commentates on everything, because he's a top lad like that. Because I know you're not available, are you? So
Or talking about Tuesday or Wednesday?
Wednesday.
So what time is Wednesday?
I want to say 6 o'clock UTC, 6 p.m. UTC,
Oh, okay.
but Ravers can probably confirm. 7
Yeah,
o'clock
well,
UTC.
7 UTC? Oh, I can make it.
Oh, awesome. So yeah, I think
Nice.
I've got that one. So a pair of us can commentate on that one. Hopefully we will not be some sort of curse for the Division 40 teams after this one.
We get all our bad dice out now, and then Ravers will have our good dice.
Oh no, I was right. And Ravens was wrong. It's 6 o'clock UTC. So I think 8 o'clock your time.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool.
Nice. Yeah, we have plop on one, and then.
Well, we can.
This is probably a loss.
We can safely say that the curse is not me casting things for High Elves because, or against High Elves, because the High Elf team in the game that I cast yesterday got absolutely annihilated. So by Pro Elves who didn't even have any mighty blow, and they killed 3 players. Yeah, congratulations on your win. Actually, I haven't mentioned that.
Yeah, I'm glad I won. My play was kind of mad, but it happens.
Put it down to first game of the postseason nerves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm just happy I won. Woo!
And Ploppen, of course, winning it earlier this evening as well, so gets through to the next round. Just leaves Ravers because kopcos is done and Ard. Yeah.
Do you just run? Do you just run with the bull here, with the wolf there? Try to score.
Yeah, I think.
Make a sideline cage somewhere.
Yeah, for consolation here, you probably make a sideline cage on the right. Yeah.
I mean, are you still trying to score 3 times? Or are you just gonna play it slow to get SPP?
You've got 5 turns to do it in, so I don't really think it's possible. I think you're just gonna try and score just to get the SPP. Blitz through the kicker and then run away. Up the right hand side, stick the flesh column on the strength up player, and then put the ball somewhere in this area here. If you're looking at my screen, you can see where I'm wobbling my mouse around frantically.
This.
Woggling is the technical term, I'll have you know. But yeah, so I think you're just playing for pride here, and you want to get a touchdown, maybe a couple of removals as well, just so it's not a complete wash. Yeah, shove guard in, chain the wolf for a 2+ dodge, yeet it and hope.
Yeah, I like it as well. Chain the wolf.
That's what sidestep is there for. And we are just going to blitz through.
Oh, or you blitz, that's also possible,
and
but that's
blitz.
Well, you can reel this.
Yeah. Doesn't. I think he's probably just given up on all hope here. He's just like, do you know what? I hate you. I'm going to end this game, and then I'm going to turn my computer off, and I'm going to sit and seethe in the dark for an hour. Oh, he's just going to dodge through anyway.
I like it. Like it. I like it. He's still giving fighting spirit.
Seethe in the dark for an hour, and then go to bed and wake up the next day being like, that was pretty funny, actually. That's generally what happens when I have a game like this. Like, this is the worst thing ever, and I hate everything. And then the next day, I'm like, that was actually pretty funny.
Yeah, it's like all emotions are good emotions. So even if you get like very molding, it still makes you feel alive.
Yeah, for sure. And I think the other thing is when you have a game this comically one-sided because of random crap, it's really hard to feel bad about it because...
yeah, exactly.
Oh, hello, Trunk. Thanks for posting the stream there. That's 20 viewers. It's a lot. Much appreciated, mate. As
hello,
you can
everyone.
See, this is going horrendously for kopcos and the Defensive Runners. They have just been knuffled to hell and back. He has literally not broken armor once. The only removal for the elves was a knockout caused by a failed dodge roll. And yeah, there was a pitch invasion that took out 5 of kopcos' players and none of Tristane's. And a fireball that took out 4 of the players it hit, one of whom was Agiot Wolf, who got injured, and who also happened to be the ball carrier. It's been a complete and utter crap show, basically.
Yep.
And we were just saying, kopcos is probably going to sit and look at this one afterwards and go, I'm not really sure what else I could have done. Just nothing worked.
I mean, there's always things you can do differently, but even if you did everything perfectly in this game, the dice were just too much against kopcos.
Yeah. There were certainly things that I would have done differently, but given how this has gone, it's hard to see how it would have changed the outcome.
And he gets 1 SPP. Let's go.
Well, hey, that is his first SPP of the game.
True.
Turn 12. Oh. The ball is finally on Wilbur Walsh, though, and he is the piece who is most likely to score, really. Could be argued that maybe if he'd taken the 2 GFIs with the ghoul towards the end of the second half, he might have had a fighting chance. But that pitch invasion would have been false hope because of that pitch invasion. That pitch invasion just ended everything. Here we go, first foul of the game.
Ooh. 1 assist only. And his first arm break, and of course.
And he's sent off.
Immediately sent off.
I knew it was going to be sent off. Alan Hussein is gone. Alan Hussein outlasting the team that he was resurrected from, now sent off the pitch to sit and think about what he's done. Which is not a lot. But yeah, it's just been it's been a bit of a nightmare game.
Yep. kopcos only had 1 tackle going into this.
Yeah. Just the 1 tackle.
Which is not really enough.
No. No, I don't think zombies do think about what they've done. Skeletons, on the other hand, just sit there and contemplate the fact they have giant clown feet, I think. Don't know if you've ever looked at a skeleton model. The skeletons in Blood Bowl 2 have gigantic feet.
Ah.
It's very entertaining. I'm endlessly entertained by the fact that all skeletons apparently are the skeletons of clowns. I don't know about zombies. I think they got normal feet. Yeah. They see the.
Yeah, they got normal feet.
Yeah.
I like how the High Elves are just still stopping them from scoring.
Yeah, I mean, it's pride, isn't it? You know, you want to say I won my first Challengers Cup game 3-0. So it's a bit of a boost for your next game.
Definitely.
But yeah, this is the second game I've cast so far this postseason, and it's the second complete dicing I've seen. So maybe there is caster's curse going on here, and Ravens, maybe it'll work in your favour next time. Who knows? Wink, wink. I'll come in and be like, oh yeah, I am supporting the team that Ravens is playing against. I am supporting Elliot's High Elves and the Rowdy Vanity Passes because I really love High Elves. And Ravens smells like ham, and yeah, so I really hope they do really well and they roll lots of skulls and 6s.
So the first High Elf team you casted, they lost really badly, and now they win really hardly, so then it goes back to losing really badly.
Yeah, maybe it just swings back that way. That's true.
Yeah, it swings back and forth. So it's going to be very easy.
Oh, it's a skull. Oh, it's a skull.
Ooh, double skull. Will we see another removal done by the High Elves themselves? No, too bad.
Gotta take them little victories where you can get them, mate.
Yes.
Diced.
Diced indeed.
Diced indeed, Gergo.
Rolling 2 ones in a row as High Elves.
And yes, Practical Snow, they are the fouling boots. I reckon that half of those skeletons' boots are just like, they're just like big clogs.
These
of course
boots are made for
SPP.
fouling.
The game clearly hates kopcos today. He's probably going to mark this day down in his calendar and make sure that he never plays another game of Blood Bowl on, what is it, the 3rd of October. He's never going to play another game on the 3rd of October again. Like, Nuffle hates me day on his calendar. We've all
Sometimes
been there.
Neville just has it in for you.
We've all been there. We've all had games like this. Generally, they don't happen in the off-season, but we've all been there. Trunk still believes in kopcos's ability to pull us back. You have more faith than I do, and I like kopcos a lot, so... remember the 3rd of October, the day that Nuffle said no.
I think statistically it's possible, just with blitzes and riots. But,
yes, but you'd need, I think, what, 2 blitzes or 2 blitzes or 2 riots or something like that to just get it to extra time at this point. Well, Shanba, at least you admit it. Generally,
I thought you played very...
This is the weird one for me. I tend to win when I just play like YOLOing everything. When I actually try,
sometimes it's just better.
When I actually try, it just all goes to crap straight away. Yeah, score and south the reverse 1 turn. There you go. That's the idea, I think.
That's one way to win here.
Yeah, for sure. They can't beat you if they can't ever get the ball, because you just keep getting blitzes, getting on the end of it.
I thought you played well your game, Shama, today. So cool thing. He and his opponent both streamed the game and were in the voice chat together.
Yeah, I saw that actually. I was otherwise engaged. There was a couple of games that I would have liked to have picked up earlier, but couldn't because weekend is partner time and so on and so forth. But that was pretty cool. I always like.
Yeah,
I will actually be doing that. I think next week because in the other league that I play in, I'm playing against my actual real life brother. So we've been in this same league for like 5 or 6 seasons now and never faced each other. So this should be a good opportunity to just trash talk the crap out of each other.
Yeah, it's always fun to trash talk with your siblings.
Exactly. Yeah. And last time we played in a competitive game, I beat him. No. He beat me.
So you got something to to bring back.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he beat me actually. But it was a fun time that was had by all. We just had a very good laugh with it. Highly recommended. Get your siblings, partners, children, other people into Blood Bowl, and then just talk smack to them the whole time.
I've tried to get my sister like in gaming for like my entire life. It worked a little bit sometimes, but I don't think Blood Bowl is the game for her.
I'm trying to convince my.
Ooh!
Oh, we have
Here
got
we go.
Injury. He is on a foul.
Here we go.
It's a badly hurt. You just eat that.
Oh yeah, Shamba, that's me. I am Jamin Rick. Or just Ricky in Discord. I never really know what to do with my name. Because when my friends like made our Xbox accounts, we just did our own name with like some weird things next to it. So I always just called myself Ricky like online.
Yeah.
But it's a bit weird, so now I start calling myself Jamin Rick, but I don't really like it.
I mean, I'd probably just go with something like based around, you know, the classic, the classic, the legend that is the Rick roll, you know, Rick Astley. Go for some Rick Astley related meme name. I mean, mine is actually an obscure side character from a Eisenhorn novel.
No.
Which I picked because it has a relevance to Warhammer and Warhammer 40,000, but this is literally the only place that I use Gorstos. So otherwise I'm Lex_Inakenti, which is even more obscure, although Lex is my legit first name, like Ricky is yours. So Lex Inakenti is just a thing that's stuck. I mean, I know we're just kind of waffling on about nothing, but this game is so academic at this point that it's kind of, what do we really say about it? It's just going to be them. counting on each other a little bit while kopcos tries to get that consolation score. At this point, there is absolutely no way back into it for him.
No, at this point, I think statistically over.
Yeah.
Because he cannot score next turn.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just gonna score turn 16.
Yeah.
I don't think on the GD4 Wolf. If I were him, I would do it on the Mighty Blow piece.
Yeah.
So I get that piece moving up.
Oh, we failed a dodge.
Hey, another KO.
It's a KO. That's another removal.
So we got 2 removals by the High Elves themselves and 1 by
yeah, for sure, Shamba.
the Necro.
It does suck playing an hour of game after the game is already over. I will say that I think that he did have a chance to get back into it right at the end of the first half, that he didn't take, and then kind of paid for it. But at the same point, that pitch invasion would have just meant that it was academic anyway. So it's kind of 6 of one and half a dozen of another there. And yeah, it's been a really demoralising game for him. I'm sure he'll pick himself back up, though. This team is great, apart from that lack of tackle, which I'm sure he's going to address at a very rapid pace in the next season.
Yeah, just needs a little bit more SCP on some players, and it's a really good team.
Yeah, I mean, the Wolves are just spooky. Good flash golems. Whites just need a bit more development, and then you're laughing, really. So I'm sure we will be seeing the handsome runners again.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I have to say that it's worse being a bash coach when something like this happens, because as an agi coach, at least you still have that little bit of hope that you can pull off some ridiculous bullshit to, either tie the game up or just pull something off that's just crazy good, and make yourself feel better about it. But when you are a bash team and this kind of thing happens, especially against an agi team, it's basically just the universe just saying, no, not today. And by the universe, I mean cyanide. Cyanide saying, no, not today.
Yeah, I can also imagine having tackle. I only have 2 tackle, and that also wasn't enough against my High Elf. But yeah, my 3rd tackle source died this season, unfortunately.
Good night, sweet prince.
Yep.
Oh, no, just a stun.
Just a stun. Like Div 1 this season, Shama wasn't that bad. It was basically the same as Div 2 did the year before, but Div 1 next season is going to be absolutely terrible. Because all the Division 2 winners are claw teams.
Yeah, I did spot that actually.
And the non-claw teams in Division 1 are leaving, and the claw teams are staying.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'll see if I play next season.
Yeah, and the non-claw teams that potentially could be coming up are horrible bash teams anyway. Imarelo's Orcs are a pretty horrible proposition, even with the Blitzer that died in their last game. Thanks for the follow, Luke. That's a good point, actually. If anyone who is watching this hasn't followed me yet, I would highly recommend it, because I will be casting as many of these games as I possibly can. And that will save the bother of you going, oh, you're streaming? 10 minutes in, because you will get pinged with a notification. Also gives me a few more extra pennies. And I do like the pennies. I might actually get payout from Twitch sometime in about 2037 at this point. We will see.
That's streamer fame.
Oh yeah, that's streamer fame. That's streamer fame. I play all the popular games as well. Tarkov and things, which I'm playing all that. And,
So if you're kopcos, there's 2 lines of thinking. You either want to hurt the High Elves as much as possible because they've hurt you, or you try not really to hurt them because you want them to do well in the tournament because they beat you.
Yeah.
Which one do you lean towards?
Yeah, and I think it also comes down a little bit to how salty you feel about this, because there is that argument that you can play spoiler and out of spite destroy the opposition's team,
Yeah, exactly.
for the temerity of beating you. But I'm of the opinion that if someone has beaten me like this, I'd probably just kind of be a little bit hands off.
Yeah, me too.
Take the easy hits on the stuff that is easy enough to hit, and not really worry about, oh no, I've wounded, I've armor bust your unleveled lineman. But I probably wouldn't be taking blitzes against the really nice pieces.
Well, if it just gives them, then of course you take them.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to gift me hits, then I'll definitely.
Yeah.
I mean,
you don't go out of your way to.
For example,
foul
in
every
my
turn.
last game of the season against Lagerbon, I literally said to him on like turn 13, "I'm just going to hit your loners now because there's literally nothing I can do here. So I would appreciate you not killing my team." so that's what we did, because he was going to win. So neither of us were going to get anything out of it. And he went and smacked my loners about a bit. So it was a good fun time had by all, apart from the loners.
Yeah, it always feels better if you lose against someone that won the whole thing, for example, or that went really deep.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think
collusion. a little bit collusion.
I mean, it's not really collusion, because I could have just said I'm going to skip all the rest of my turns at this point. So which would have been the other option. Oh, I'm getting dragged with that one, aren't I? I had 3 players left on the pitch. It wasn't like I was doing much. He had pretty much his full team. I just ran my War Dancer away and then smacked about with his loners a bit while running away again anyway, because I was scared.
Oh, we have a hit on the ball.
Oh, red die.
But not with the wrestler.
Nope.
I'm surprised he goes for red dice plays.
I'm a little surprised by that as well. I mean, yeah, he's won and everything, but I guess he just really doesn't want that. He wants the bragging rights of saying, well, I beat them. It's great.
I beat them 3-0.
Well, yeah,
or 4-0.
Yeah, I mean, as a Wood Elf player myself, Luke, I would never expect them not to hit my War Dancer at every opportunity, because everyone hates them. So my War Dancer spent the rest of that game running as far away from the opposition team as he possibly could. Because I'm not stupid. It was everyone else just playing delaying tactics to prevent him from hitting my my decent team. Bragging
it's not actually easy for him to score here.
Yeah, it isn't. He's still got 2 turns to do it, so it is.
Yeah, still got 2 turns. You just sort of get the wolf a little bit more forward. Somehow.
I think you take the hit with the ghoul here, and then you probably blitz with the flash golem. You go diagonal up left into the unleveled lineman, and then you can kind of run the other players through the gap that's created there. And as a consequence, you can put enough bodies in the way to prevent an easy sack on the wall.
Yeah, just use the guard to make it hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, Shamba. If I was the High Elf, I would just let them score in peace. Not risk my team.
Yeah, I think I would be tempted to as well. I'd just, go off and smack some easy target for a bit and just be like, yeah, just score. It's fine.
But I'm a dirty min-maxer.
I'm just nice. That's what it is. I'm nice. I do nice things. Yeah, Scooter, that would make sense if this is how he does it. Aggressive full tilt. That is pretty much how he's played this game. It's worked out very well for him.
Yeah, I mean, it's also like practice.
Yeah.
Practice for yourself. That if you do this all the time, then you're going to be better at it.
Yeah. Yeah, take everything as a learning experience. Yeah, I think that that's why you're playing Blood Bowl. Because I just want everyone to have a good time, damn it. With the blitz to the left, that's interesting.
Yeah, I can feel that. Sometimes as a blob coach, you have to be mean.
It is a game that rewards meanness.
Yeah, if there's a red 1 turn on the field and he still has the 1 turn to go, you foul that player every turn you get.
That's probably because it's bountied, and therefore you get cash to donate to things.
And you want to win, so you have to kill his player to win.
Exactly. And bounty players are very much fair game.
This is not really the play I think that
he should have followed that.
Make him to score, or he's going to go all the way to the left now.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, that would actually be pretty good.
Maybe he's going to score
and
on the
just kind of screen off the High Elves here. No, I like this.
Yeah, I like it too.
The classic side switch. Yeah, like in this drive, we saw like if kopcos got the team together, he can just push slowly forward.
Yes.
But he just never was able to do that in the
just couldn't catch a break. Just could not catch a break and could not catch an armor break either. So.
Yes. 11 versus 11 against Elves is just hard.
Yeah. It really is. Yeah, super commiserations to kopcos here. Not how we wanted it to go. Completely honest about our bias in this one. kopcos is our friend, even though he beat me.
Yeah, I can appreciate like how well Tristane played.
Yeah, he's played very, very well.
Very solid game plan.
Very aggressively. Rode the luck as hard as he could as well, which you love to see.
Yeah, you have to go all in when you get the chance, and that's what he did.
Yeah.
Fireball with the pitch invasion.
Yep. Got lucky with
he's just gonna
dice rolls.
Score turn 16.
Yeah.
Can he score on the mighty blow? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
Yeah, he can. I think that's probably the option here. You hand off to the mighty blow, score there. Because you want that player to get tackled.
Yep.
We'll see whether the mighty blow white gets tagged up out of spite here, because I have seen that happen before. It's happened to me. I've been like, I'm going to score on this player for my consolation touchdown. And immediately that player has got like 3 players standing on him. I'm like, right, well, I'm not scoring with him then, am I? Cheers for that, mate. I'll just score with the player who's got the ball already then. It's a valid tactic. Too nice. I'm not really complaining about it. It's a valid tactic. You do want your the other teams in your division, especially if they're above you, to have as many disadvantages as they possibly can.
Yeah, and also like you're quite likely to run into the same coach again.
Exactly. So the more damage you can do in that respect in an Eternal League, the more sense it makes. So even more reason not to be my gentlemanly self. Yeah, TD difference is a thing as well. Absolutely correct. Generally, my TD difference is so bad I don't care about it. Because when I lose really badly. Just what happened.
That's the Woodolph way. Win hard and lose hard.
Yep, correct. Leagues, Floppen and Ravers did come down to TD difference.
Yeah, and they both had the highest amount of points in G-Man.
Yep. Absolutely bossed it. And Ravers going undefeated as well. Pretty damn impressive. Oh, he's going to sack the ball. He's going to skull it.
Just the 1D.
Burns the reroll.
Ooh, well, the mighty blow can still score. The mighty blow white. The intended target.
Maybe we get magnet hands. Yeah, I'm booing. I'm booing as well. Oh, really?
Well, he doesn't have the easiest recovery.
No, that's a pretty horrible recovery, actually.
3, 2, 3-3-2. Yeah. Yeah, he's just gonna stand there with the ball.
Which is interesting because it means the tackler's getting blitzed.
So you.
Chamba, Ravers has a mad skill to manufacture chances at getting the ball or doing really impressive things with the ball from seemingly impossible positions. He sees things that us mere mortals cannot perceive.
He has quite the experience with humans.
Yes.
He's played more games with humans than I have with all other races combined.
Terrible ogre mind.
So we blitz with
useless lump.
We blitz with the wolf. We pick up the ball with one white and then hand off to the other white.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Come on, kopcos, you got this. You got this. You got this.
This one is for the honor.
This is for pride. This is for pride. We're going to consider this a moral victory if you win.
Yes. Get a touch on the mighty blow white.
Thumbing your nose at Nuffle for his ridiculous awfulness. The wolf might magnet hands it. It's true. And if this game has been anything to go by, the wolf probably is going to magnet hands it. But you gotta try. It's the only thing you can do.
You gotta try.
What you hope for is a scatter to like bottom right, like here or here, and then you can pick it up with the ghoul.
Oh, the ghoul's also here. That's better than with the other white.
Yeah.
Is he gonna? What?
Oh,
he's gonna pick with the. But this is.
He's got it.
Fishing, but he finds it.
He
finds it.
Doesn't need to follow it. That is perfect. He followed it. Why did he follow it? Okay, it's a good scatter.
He got the power when he needed it most to score one touchdown.
Yeah. The only issue here is that he either takes 2 GFIs with the wolf, or he picks up with the wolf, hands it off to the white, and then scores with the white with 1 GFI. That was the.
Oh, you hand off to the white. That's the.
I think you hand off to the white. Yeah.
That's the whole shtick.
Taking the hit over on this side for some reason.
Yeah, you take the hits there.
Yeah.
And then two plus away from scoring.
Mm-hmm.
If you roll.
Oh!
Okay, there's the reroll.
Oh!
Still, it's not.
Okay. It's okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
Just the reroll's gone now.
Just two pluses. We got this.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't, then it's also a great story. So win-win either way.
Oh, ugh. Kopcos. Yeah, I think you need the SPP on the white.
Yeah, SPP on the white is the most important. You don't really. That mean that wolf has enough SPP as it is.
Yeah, and it's going to accrue much more next season anyway. Assuming it survives. Just gonna pick up? No? He's gonna
do the G5s first? Or what?
No.
What? Oh, he's gonna score on the wolf.
Yeah, he's gonna score on the wolf. Gonna score on the wolf.
If the wolf dies here, I'm gonna be sad.
Yeah. No, you made it.
Oh, he scores.
Wait.
Let's go.
Moral
3-1.
victory!
Moral
Kopcos
victory.
is the winner! Kopcos is the winner, morally.
If there's a 1 turn, then the High Elves are the winner.
If there is a 1 turn, then I might cry. It was the Burn 1 100% IQ play, you are correct. That was the 1000 IQ play.
Ooh, yeah, exactly.
That was the big brain play. I mean, realistically speaking, there's pretty much a full Necro team there. Best he's got is even 8, so a 1 turn here it seems highly unlikely. I don't think you risk it.
Yeah, exactly, Adam.
Yeah.
Or it's like 10-2 and it's like next one counts for 20 points.
Yeah, or like you take all the money off of someone in a game of poker, and they like say, right, well, let's just bet everything on the next hand.
We humans like gambling so much.
Indeed.
That's
That's
why we
why we
play
play
Blood
Blood
Bowl.
Bowl.
Yeah.
Indeed, Chamber has a point. I wouldn't risk it. I also wouldn't have red dice on turn 14. So who knows what it is. That is
Yeah,
a very good
exactly.
point. A very good point. Do you know what I would like to see actually here? Just for a sense of symmetry, I'd like to see a pitch invasion that knocks down 5 of Tristane's players.
Unlikely, but possible.
Yeah.
With the fan factor. Back when summer camp was still like an actual thing where you earned SVP, I was against Morka's Elves, and it was a draw, I think, and then it was my final turn for the one turn. He set up his best pieces with sidestep on the line, like a legendary Wood Elf War Dancer, and I wasn't even gonna attempt the one turn because I didn't want to risk my players. Some players are different. They just want to
Basics
win.
Internet decided to drop out and not show him kopcos's touchdown there, which is kind of heartbreaking, I have to say. It was the one ray of sunshine and Basics missed it.
Yep.
Perfect defense.
Perfect defense. You would have liked that one a little bit earlier.
Oh yeah.
But no one turn.
It's a pretty good kick as well, actually. Yeah, I mean, I just stuff the line here, really. Just make sure that it can't get any hits in on your players, because you've got too much guard going on.
Yeah, just the backline. Backline it, or just move them out of range.
Yep. Yes, kopcos does have one of those deeply unfortunate DP guard pieces, which we talked extensively about before the game, and then he got knocked out on like turn 2. Yeah, correct. Wasn't one turning because there is no sidestep on the line. Just going to recircle the back. Very sensible. I think it's like it's like a lore, isn't it? If you put Dirty Player on a zombie, his next level up is going to be guard. I've seen so many of the damn things.
Yep. That's one thing I really like about Global Freeze, that you can just not level up your players.
Yeah. Yeah, it gives you more kind of tactical choices to make there. Thank you all for joining us for this one. I know it's been a bit of a strange game and has involved us waffling a lot because it's been pretty much academic for a little while.
Yes.
If you haven't hit that follow button, I would really very much appreciate it. It doesn't cost you anything. It does mean that you get spammed by my stupid notifications about, resting your feet on a beverage and grabbing a refreshing pillow sometimes. But that's a small price to pay to make me very happy. And I will see you all for the next game that I will be casting, which will probably be in the next couple of days, but otherwise is going to be Ravers versus Elliot on Wednesday evening, and Ricky will be joining me for that. So that will be a joy. Thank you for the follow, Shamba. Clearly you were listening, and you want a refreshing pillow. So who wouldn't?
I'm looking forward also to the next round of playoffs.
Yeah, for sure. There's some really, really good teams who've already got through as well, both in playoffs and challenges. Ploppen, of course, as we talked about, who was my other Division 4D mate, the Lizard Man coach. Making it through to the next round. So 4D, the dream is still alive. Ard is playing on Tuesday, I think. I haven't seen if anyone's claimed that game yet. If they haven't, I will claim it. And I will rope someone into co-cast, probably Aldar, because
Aldar's always up for it.
Aldar casts
legendary.
The hardest working man in playoffs.
Yep.
And yeah, we'll see what happens. Oh, we are going to fail the pickup. Just to
Oh, that's too bad. That's you really wish you would get the reroll for that. That's an important level.
Yep. So let's take a look at these dice rolls.
It's a shame that we can't use dice or not.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't actually look that bad when you look at it in terms of the block dice here, because it looked like it was just a hell of a lot of stumbles. But yeah, it doesn't really look that bad from here. Like, looking at the pure dice, not terrible.
It's mostly like the fireball and the
it was just
the pitch invasion they did him in.
Just complete random chance, just screwing the pooch there. That was a joke because pooches, werewolves, I'll get me coat. Yeah, pure dice really doesn't matter. It's all about where they land. But yeah, it was a 5-person fireball that hit 4 of them. So yeah, you can just see from the SPP here, like gruesome. Not a bad level on the MVP though. Bastiano Coimbra taking that does make me think that kopcos is probably kicking himself for not scoring on the Mighty Blow White now.
Yep.
But is what it is. Jean-Pierre, the lineman on Al-Andalus, gets the MVP and levels up as well. Thank you for the follow, Practical Snow. Damn, but yeah, I know. I'm here all week.
The puns they keep coming.
Oh yeah. You should see me when I'm commentating on a Kislev game. It's just wall-to-wall bear puns. It's just rubbish. I'm awful for it, especially if I'm drunk. I don't know if anyone saw my drunk commentating from last off season. It was a bit of a mess. I could barely.
Nice.
I was basically communicating in vowels by the end.
It's a beautiful mess.
Indeed. So yeah, I will thank you all for coming. I will thank Ricky for co-casting. I guess we'll leave it there.
My pleasure.
Too much. I will just say massive commiserations to kopcos. That looked painful, and congratulations to Tristane and Al-Andalus, who will proceed to the next round, and we will see how they do there. So yeah, cheers to everyone for watching. Have a great night. Cheery bye.
Bye bye.